Alright, good morning from day 66. It is Sunday, April 3rd. And I plan on making my way about 17.2 miles, if I get it right. Day of a lot of climbing. I've heard it's graded pretty well. We'll see. Had a nice stay here at Cove Mountain Shelter. There's no water, but I have plenty of it on me. There was another gentleman who showed up. He's like, yeah, I usually have this place to myself. I was surprised to saw another person here since there's no water here. A lot of people just pass it by. And it's true, yesterday, everybody that I saw was passing it by. They just stopped, had a pit stop, and kept moving. So, but it was a nice, cold night. I slept very well with all of my winter gear still on me. And, yeah, I heard the deer grazing around me, lots and lots of deer here. And, but just a wonderful night. So, but I'm off to start a great day. So 17 miles, let's get to it. Oh, 1,000-foot climb, no views. Now I got like an 800-foot descent into a valley and then more climbing. So trying to keep a positive attitude, but that's just what the trail is. But just ran into Pooch and Echo, father-daughter team. Yonder Bound Adventures is their channel. And yeah, they were still kind of breaking camp and about ready to start the trail. So I could have hiked here yesterday. I could have done that big old climb and then slept in a little bit, but I don't really sleep in. I get up with the daylight. So anyway, down we go. Breakfast part 2. Breakfast part 3. Alright, stopped at Brant Ridge Shelter. Tiny little spot. Could still get a couple tents in here. A little shallow stream over here. I'm going to see if I can collect water. I probably should camel up. Good time to take a break, stretch out a little bit. It's been about 3 hours and I've done nearly 7 miles. Got another 10 to go, and it's going to be a lot of uphill, so I'm going to go take a little breather before I start having a climb for the next several hours. Breakfast part 4. The backyard at my old house was filled with tulip trees, American tulip trees. Really, really pretty this time of year. Blossoms are usually really up high. This one happened to fall down on the ground. Alright, hit a nice little cruisy spot. I'm about halfway through my day. About 8.5 miles in, according to Garmin. And today's going to be about a mile up, I think. Still no views to speak of. As you can see, I'm very much closed in on both sides. So about to start 3,000 feet up climb soon to finish out the rest of the day. I'm very thankful that the temperatures are very nice and chilly, because putting the work in. So gradually going to get there tomorrow. It's going to be about a mile down, and like only 1,400 feet of ascent. So, yeah, there you go. It's just what the trail has given me for how I mapped out the mileage. So, all right, up we go. So that's sassafras, and I know Mountain Turtle likes to point out that you can tell it by the 3 different shapes of leaves. A leaf shape, football shape, and a mitten shape, which is that one up on top. Still no views to speak of, but I keep going up. Oh, there's a valley over there somewhere. Alright, here I am, some 11 plus miles in, nearly 12. And I'm coming up on Cornelius Creek Shelter. I think it's like 0.2 off the trail. Up that way. I think I might just find a lunch log, since I think I've got enough water to carry me the 5.3 miles to Thunder Hill Shelter, where I'm going to be staying next. So if it was right off the trail, I'd stop and have lunch right there, but I'll find a lunch log. I'll be good. Well, it's not quite a lunch log, but it's a good sitting spot. I'll take it. They're hard to get right now. And today's lunch consists of 3 Uncrustables, some goldfish, some trail mix, and then I'll throw some Propel into my other water bottle. I still have some of my breakfast to drink to finish up too. Well, since I've gotten 0 views today, I will take a 200-foot blue blaze to try to find one. Because goodness knows it's just been locked in with trees today. So maybe I can get a view. The view from Black Rock Overlook. And on top of here is a geodescent radome. All sorts of microwave towers. That's what those cylindrical things are. Microwave shots, point to point. Yeah, those geodescent radomes remind me of my communications days, especially when I was doing space communications. I was one of those guys that actually did get to run that tracking station in the middle of nowhere. I got to do that for space communications. So fortunately mine was on a tropical island. Alright, this little rock right here is what they call the guillotine. I will turn around and show you. That is why. That's where I'm going to go through. And that rock, sometimes called balance rock, but AT folks call it the guillotine. So I'm going to try to run through without losing my head. And one more crossing of the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm in the last half mile before I hit Thunder Mountain Shelter, I believe it's called. So, but after all that day of climbing, I finally get to level off a little bit and enjoy some nice cruisy pastures, tons of butterflies and wildflowers. Not a bad way to wrap up the afternoon. Shelter. Yes, indeed. And the first thing I spot before I even spot the shelter is a bear box. So I don't have to hang my food in a tree tonight. I'm going to check that out later to make sure it's quality. But I see down there is the roof for the shelter. And already up here are a couple decent camp spots. So yeah, let's go down and check it out. So there was a spring about 0.2 south of here. I missed it as I came north. The comments for the shelter here is that there's a cistern nearby, but it may not look that appealing. I'll show you what it is. So hard to see there because of the shadows and the sunlight, but there's a cistern. But I was able to dunk my CNOC water 2-liter bag in here, and looks pretty clear actually. So I'll filter away and let the filter do its thing. So one of the perks of having this water coupler is, one, it makes it a lot easier to filter water without having to balance and actually just spray it into the bottle. You can just kind of loosely attach it and then make sure there's some air for some suction in it. But one of the nice things you can also do is you don't need you can clean your filter out by simply squeezing and tapping a little bit too. And that helps to get some of the sediment out of there and keep your filter clean and flowing well. Well, my friends, that grassy patch may not look like much, but to me it looks like a nice soft place to set up a tent, and I will call that patch of land home for the night. And as my mountain turtle would say, et voila. Tent is set up. And there went my bowl. All right, I'm going to wrap up day 66. Good 17.2 miles to make it down to the shelter here, and my tent is back there somewhere. Yeah, just kind of did all the things. Got some dinner, got cleaned up a little bit, and put my food away. So it's in a bear box, so I don't have to worry about a bear hang tonight. And checked the registry at the shelter there. It's a good way to see where people have come before you, what people have said about the shelter. Evidently this one has a lot of mice, so all the more reason to be tenting. But yeah, there's some people that are ahead of me. Some people that, they've write their, what's going on and where their state of mind is. There's one hiker named Butterfly. I'm curious if that is Monarch renamed. that is tired of hiking alone and will quit a halfway point, the half-gallon challenge, if she's still hiking alone because she did not want to come out here and hike hike alone. It is a social thing, and I have run across a few people today, so I feel good about that. Nightcrawler, who from a couple days ago, he popped in. He said he's gonna try to make it a little bit closer to town, and tomorrow I head into town too. So, good day. So much ascent, 5,400 feet of ascent. I know we could do more, but over 17.2 miles. It just felt like I was going uphill all day today. I felt strong, at least, because I've been eating well. That's a nice change of pace. And but no, I'm looking forward to getting into town tomorrow, getting a little resupply, and then a couple more days out. And was able to get just enough cell service here to talk to Mountain Turtle. So we're planning on our first child's graduation events coming up in at the end of this week. So pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, thanks for following along. It was a lot of up. Saw the guillotine today. Got a view at least on top of Apple on. Was it? I think it was Orchard Mountain, Apple Orchard Mountain. So that was at least got one view for all the work that I put in. That was nice, and that Black Rock overlook too. So sometimes the views make it all worthwhile. But I'm gonna go sit in my tent and maybe do some editing, which I haven't done in a little bit because I've been conserving battery. So yeah, it's nice and quiet, and it won't get too cold tonight. So tomorrow should be another good day with good weather. So I'll take every day the sun is shining and ability to hike on this beautiful trail. So thank you so much for following along. We'll see you in the next chapter.